Okay, today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I've seen a lot of people complaining about how you can't do a 7mm Mylar bag in a food saver. I have the cheapest, rinkiest dink food saver I've got. I have big ones, but this is a tiny little thing right here. So I'm using this one so that you can see you don't have to have anything amazing, okay? I got a regular Mylar bag here, 7mm with the pouched bottom there. Now I'm going, if you get it with the zipper, you're going to have to cut the zipper off, okay? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, because this won't work with the zipper on there. There'll be people, why don't you cut the bottom and keep the zipper on? Because this is a pouch type bottom. It's not designed for that. So how can I get this to actually, that's what I mean by that pouch bottom. How can we get this to do this? We got to look at each one of the problems we got to solve. Number one, there's no air channels on this. This is flat and flat. When it compresses, it's never going to draw a vacuum. So we're going to have to put air channels in it. Now, you have people that can go, we've done ones before on other videos where we just slide in pieces for that. These are awful heavy. And you start adding more and more and more pieces of plastic here, we're not going to get a good seal. But if you're using these, you should either own this or preferably you own this. All right, so you get really good seals. One of the things you can do though is you can take and put that in there, okay? Put a seal on it. Oh, you know what helps? If I actually get it hot. That would indicate that it's getting hot there, okay? Just be a minute here. But let's talk about what we're going to overcome here. What we got to overcome here is each one of the problems. Number one, we're going to have it compressed down, because we're going to put it in here, compress it, all right, and draw the vacuum. So to do that, we're going to need air channels. Other videos I've showed you, you could take some of the pieces and the little, like the yellow and blue make green, they have little tiny ribs at the top. You could cut those off and slide them in. I've done that in a video before, and it created channels. But these were thin freezer bags. They weren't 7 Mylar. So when you've got a 7mm Mylar, remember you have 7mm on this side and you have 7mm on this side. The actual bag, this part is the 7mm. So if you got two together, we got 14 mils here. All right, we go adding something else in there. We're going to put spots in here that are going to make it so we can't get a good vacuum on here. So what we're going to do is we're going to create our own. We're just going to make our own channels. Are you hot yet? Yeah, it's hot. Okay. And one of the ways that you can do that is to take the sealer that you use for these. These are amazing sealers, by the way. They give you a, let me show you what the seal looks like. This is the top right here. Okay. I'll show you what the seal looks like for that. Look at that. Look at the seal on that. All right, that is just a professional looking seal. It's a beautiful, beautiful seal, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to have it turn sideways, and we're going to do our own little, like, on one side, I'm going to press it down and I'm going to do one. Alright, so I have that on one, okay? I should turn that down just a little bit for right now. We're going to do it again on this side. Okay, so now we have two sets of channels there. You see that? Two sets of channels. And then I'm going to do one in the middle, alright, here as well. So now I've got one here in the middle. So what I've created is, as you can see, I've created air channels. All right. I had a, let's grab something here. I'll grab this. All right. It'll have give and it'll push back. So what we're going to do is, now important thing to remember here is this. This food saver is not designed to do 14 mil. So it's going to give us a seal, but it's not going to be the most beautiful seal. All right, so what we're going to do is, as soon as it comes out of there, All right? It's going to come out of here. We're going to turn it and put it right in here and seal it again. Okay, so that we know we got a really, really, really good seal. Okay? So I'm going to put this in here. Close her up. And this is the cheapest, crappiest food saver there is. Now when this is done, okay, you hear it tink, 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 tink. It's done. Now we know it's sealed, but we also know this is not a seal that we can go messing around with here, okay? So we're going to go ahead and slide her in here, and then I'm going to go ahead and close it. And now, that is 7mm Mylar, all right, with a beautiful seal on it now. And as you can tell, you can see every one of those little bumps. I just vacuum sealed that on a cheap little crappy food saver. This is a VS1130. Model number VS1130. Vacuum sealer 1130. This is a little teeny weeny crappy one. I don't even know when it is from. But I mean, it does its purpose. It does the little bags and stuff. But look at that. And you want to talk about drawing a good vacuum. Okay? That's pretty awesome. And it's... Can I actually... No. Okay, there you go. Look. Look at that. There you have it. You can pull a vacuum on one of these, on these bags. Just remember the simple things. You need to create your own air channels. This will create air channels, but you're going to have to put several on there, okay? I'm going to do it on this as well. The one that you either have this, or you have this right here, or you have both. Because if you're dealing with these, you're not normally working with a vacuum. You're dealing with one of these impulse sealers. So you've either got an impulse sealer, or you got one and you don't really like it that much, so you went and got one of these. This is the best thing you could ever have. You can tell. Look at the seal on that. That's like a professional seal. It came out of a factory or something. That's just a beautiful seal. You want to put things away and make sure that they're going to be there when you step in there, and you're not going to go, oh, I lost my oh, come on. We've all had that happen, right? We've all had it happen. It's just part of the vacuum sealing. You're going to have moments, but if you're using these, you don't need to have those moments. These aren't like those little cheap bags we use, or making your own off the roll, or do something like I do, turn your freezer bags into that. It's not like that. We're using these because this is an insurance policy on money we spent. That's like, say you buy coffee. I'll get coffee whenever it's a really good deal, okay? And I'll drop the whole bag in here, and then I'm going to vacuum seal it. But now I'm counting on this vacuum seal to be there for years and years. All right? I don't need to have some failure here. So when you're counting on this, you buy these bags. And if you're buying these bags, you have one of these too. Let's go ahead and try it now with the impulse sealer. Now this I just pulled out because I wanted to see how it would work. So you are about to discover this one just like I'm going to discover it. I haven't done, yeah, it's on, okay. I haven't done the impulse sealer yet. But it's got to work. I mean, we need to, now remember, we need to overcome the air channels, okay? You're going to have to make an air channel. So right here is where our seal is, right here and here. So we're going to have to make sure we get over that. Okay, so I'm going to put it on over the whole thing. I'm going to pull it down, and then I'm going to keep it off to one side so I can hopefully get a good channel there. Let it go. Okay, it clicked off. I'm going to let it cool for a second. Alright, let's see how it did. It's alright, it's not amazing. We'll do 3 of them. That way I know we've got at least some. That's not the most amazing. I mean, this makes beautiful channels. But I got to remember, not all of you are going to have that. But you will have one of these two. If you're dealing with these bags, you will have one of these two. I don't know which one you'll have, so because you're not going to seal this 7mm Mylar bag any other way, but at least with this. So if you've got them at home and you're using them, then you've got one of these two units. All right, let's see what we got now. So I've got 3 of them here. Okay, you can see I built 3 channels. 1, 2, 3. I kind of got a little crooked on that one there, so I'll put a 4th one in just for giggles. All right, we'll put a 4th one in there just for giggles. Can't have too many channels, right? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Now on the other side, we're going to put in at least 2. Make sure we've got it on all the sides. All right, over here. All right. So what we did was, as you can see, we created 2 air channels there. And we've got 4 air channels here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So let's see, what do we got that we can stick in there? There we go. We'll stick you in there. What the heck? Let's see how well we do here. Now remember, we will need to, so we're going to vacuum seal with this, and as soon as we're done, we're going to come straight over here and reseal again, because we already know this doesn't give you the best seal, obviously. So let's get in picture here so we can do it. Hopefully this works right. I haven't done this one. Okay. I don't know if it's going to register or not to vacuum seal. Seal. That did not go as well as I would hope. No, she did not seal at all. Alright, let's try. Well, we drew a vacuum. We just got to figure out how to get it to seal. Come on, seal. Oop. Okay, it read the vacuum that time. Didn't read it last time. Okay, so remember, we know it's not the best seal, so we're coming straight over here. We're not going to mess with anything, and we're going to seal it now. I'm going to double seal it. All right, and there we have it. That one there I hadn't even done before. I've done this one so many times. Well, that's pretty darn good. Look at that. We sealed 7mm Mylar, okay, using a cheap rinky-dink food saver. And we had it, this one here, we used the impulse sealer. And if you're dealing with these, like I said, you either have this or that, or you have both. Sometimes you get, like I did, you get this and go, I'm not as happy with that. And then you hear about this and go, I love that. So you have this one kicking around. But no matter what, you've either got that or both. So I've done it now for you with the impulse sealer. Let's bring you over here. I've done it with the impulse sealer, and I've done it with the pro level sealer. Yes, you can vacuum seal 7mm Mylar on a food saver. And I mean any food saver, because I used this bad boy. So there, did it for you live. You've seen it, okay? Now there'll be those of you that'll go like, well, I don't want to have to cut the zipper off. Okay, if you're going to be that guy, you're going to want to go in the bathroom and look in the shiny square in there, and you'll see the source of all your complications. For the rest of us, it's a quick little zip, okay? And you want to vacuum. Because see now, and why would I want to vacuum? All right, good. I should have said that too. Why would I want to do it? Oxygen absorbers are a lot of money. This would not require an oxygen absorber. There's no oxygen in it. This would not require an oxygen absorber. So if you don't have an oxygen absorber, and you normally use them, but all of a sudden now, I've got, Marge came to the office, she's brought me 10,000 pounds of, whatever, and I run it through my freeze dryer, or I've got it in the freezer and I want to put it away, I don't have an oxygen absorber. Well, this would not require an oxygen absorber. So it can still move you through your process, okay? This is just another tool to have in the arsenal. And being able to use one of these, right? Because they tell you can't. They always tell you, no, you got to have a chamber vacuum to do this. I just showed you, you do not need a chamber vacuum to do this. You can do it with any food saver there is. Thank you for your time, guys. We'll see you on the next one.